To our March 2012 Radnor Township Design Review Board meeting. Just a couple ground rules before we get started. These meetings are televised, so we'd ask you to approach the podium, tell us who you are, the business you represent, and you can put your plans and sketches on the table next to the podium. And if you have any cell phones or anything like that, we'd please ask you to turn them off at this point. So we have a long agenda and a lot of stuff to go through, so why don't we get started with DRB 2012-13, the application of Garrett Hill Ale House at 157 Garrett Avenue in Rosemont. Welcome. Hiya.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm Kelly Durazio, and this is Ed Abel.
My name's Eddie Abel.
Hello there. Okay, so you guys are taking over from the Kebab
Yes.
location, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and everybody knows where that is. They were just in fairly recently.
Yep.
Okay. Why don't you tell us what you have in mind as far as signage goes?
Well, we submitted plans for just a long plaque that I
Okay.
don't have the dimensions with me, but for that to be put on the building itself.
Okay, so at this point, you're only showing a wall sign change, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And,
Thank you.
Did you get a copy just now?
I did not. I did get the actual material, and it's actually going to be black,
Why
but
don't you use mine? You can put it on the
Perfect.
table, then anyone who tuned in can see your new business.
okay.
now, you're planning on putting one sign up, or you're going to put two signs?
For now, that's the only sign. We do have an application in for a sort of logo sign that's going to go in the front, a hanging sign.
Okay, so you'll be before us maybe next month?
Yes.
Okay, so this goes on Conestoga Road?
Yes.
Okay. Currently, is there any signage on the side road or not?
No, that's been removed.
Okay, all right.
And how about that little sign that stuck out, the
That-
flag, that's removed?
We
also?
took
That's
that,
removed.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's what you plan on coming back with?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, so your sign size, you're allowed up to 50 square feet, so you're okay there?
Yes.
And how are you going to hang that?
The company Signs by Tomorrow is coming to secure it.
Okay.
They're
'cause-
installing.
Okay, they're probably familiar with our regulations, but
They
the
are.
fasteners cannot be shown? They have to be
Yes.
blind
And
fasteners?
They were the ones who did the previous sign as well.
Okay, good, great. And, I mean, we've been to that location a couple times. The height is certainly okay. There's a 15-foot from grade height restriction. You're certainly okay there. And so your materials itself are going to be a carved wood, or is that more of a urethane, or?
It's, what type of material?
This is a carved urethane. It's not wood.
Okay.
It's more, hold up to the elements a lot better, you know.
Looks
Resist
good.
chipping.
Yeah, it looks nice,
Yeah,
very
sure.
nice.
The sign will look the same, you know, as the day it's put up.
Okay. No, it looks good.
Yeah.
Wouldn't we like to invite them to tell us a little bit about your business? Everybody gets to talk about their business when they come up. Is that all right, Bob?
Sure.
Well, it's going to be a beef and ale sort of theme, an American theme, so it's going to be all American beers and, your traditional sandwiches, pork sandwiches and roast beefs and things like that, so.
Is this your only location?
Yes. They also own Flippin' Bailey's and Kelly's
Oh, okay.
as well, but this is going to be sort of geared towards like the neighborhood
Mm-hmm.
because it's small. It's
Yeah.
a lot smaller than
It is a
the other
little
two
spot.
places. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Just a couple other things. The lighting over top of the sign, is that going to remain as is?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no change to that?
No, that's existing.
Okay, good. And how about the awning? What kind of condition are they in at this
The
point?
awnings are in great condition.
Okay,
I think they're only probably about 3 or 4 years old.
all right,
I mean, there's no rips or tears and anything. We actually
Okay.
just power washed them this past weekend. They're
Okay.
clean, they're functional too, because that building has a lot of glass in the front.
Mhm.
Gets a lot of sunlight, so.
okay. So the shadow of the old Brothers business was there, I guess maybe two back?
Well,
Is that,
actually, I painted over that black with black paint on Saturday too, so that, hopefully that's gone completely. If not,
okay,
the idea was to put like maybe just a black vinyl patch over it to cover that up. It is pretty noticeable, but I don't think it's as noticeable now
Okay.
as
Well,
it is in the
actually-
picture.
of course, we have restrictions on that also.
Yes.
So you'll have to come back before us if you do any modifications to the awning.
Oh.
You're only allowed 8-inch letters, and
Oh,
that'll
I'm not
have to
saying
come.
letters, I'm just saying something to black out, whatever.
covered.
Is this
You can,
cover
ju-
referring
you can
to-
do that, just
Okay.
cover the,
It does
he can
say
put a
those
black,
on
he can
there.
put vinyl,
Okay.
matching fabric over
Oh,
it.
that's fine.
Fabric,
Okay,
whatever,
no
to
sweat.
Cover that.
Okay. And I guess we've just double checking the address of the business is prominently located.
It is 157, but I believe it's Garrett Avenue, not Conestoga, because I believe the entrance at one time was on the side.
Okay.
That's what I'm assuming, I'm not positive.
Okay, as long as the 157 is clearly identified.
That is identified, yeah,
Okay.
that's actually on the face of the awning on the side.
Okay, good.
To the left on that picture.
Okay,
And Jim, questions, comments?
that's it?
Cindy?
Good.
Nope,
No?
good.
Any comments or questions for us? I guess
No.
we'll see you in a month or maybe 2 months?
Yes,
Yep.
probably.
Okay, good.
Great.
Motion?
Please.
In the matter of DRB 2012-13, Garrett Ale House, I move that we accept the proposal as presented.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you.
Okay,
Good luck.
thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Do
Okay,
you need this for?
I don't know this. Next on the agenda tonight is DRB 2012-14, the application at City Sports at 315 East Lancaster Avenue in Wayne. And good evening, gentlemen. I know you were
Hey, how
here
are
to see
you?
us last month.
Yes. I'm
Like it
Jim-
so much, you're back to see us again, huh? Yeah,
So nice we did it twice.
sure.
I'm Jim Malin from Urban Neon Sign Company, and this is representative for City Sports.
Howard Clark, I'm the Director of Construction and Development for City Sports.
Great.
Okay, you're welcome.
We're basically back here for just a pylon, but just for a quick history, we did this is the original sign they did. It was a linear version. We came back to the board and petitioned for a stacked version, and that sign's been up and installed. As you notice the bars behind the sign. This is the current pylon sign. There was some confusion from the last testimony that they felt that Wayne Square Sporting Goods was getting confused. People were misreading it, so it's actually recommended by the board that we put a little red in it. And this is the proposed sign here. It's the same exact sign, basically with just some red striping to duplicate the storefront sign.
Right.
That's just what we suggested.
It is. I do listen to you.
Looks good.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I think it looks great.
Okay.
I think it's exactly what we had hoped for, and
Okay.
I think it meets exactly what you needed, was to get some little red on there
Yep.
for your corporate identity, so,
Perfect.
I think it's a little too much red?
no.
No, okay.
Do you?
Well,
No.
on the building, you only have the ends, I think.
Yeah,
with
no.
No,
stripes,
it's
right?
actually going behind, if you look
No,
at it.
the building is prominent.
It's blocked out by a little white, but there's
Oh,
more
it is?
bars on
Okay.
that.
I
It's the
see.
reverse of the building, right?
Well,
No,
if you
is
look,
it-
if you look at it, inside the R and the insert of the P, there's no stripe, so we try to keep a little bit of confusion down.
Oh,
But this,
Good idea.
the red stripe's not going to be seen during the day. The letters light up white at night, all the copy does. So the red stripe is just more for a daytime view.
yeah,
So in my opinion, it'll show up a little better. It'll delineate them from the Wayne Square lettering. which
Sure.
People were doing a quick drive-by and reading it as one word because they were black copy to match the black copy above.
I like the little bit of color, because, as you pointed out, the yogurt place has theirs, Anthony's and Chip, so I think it's a nice,
And Panera now has one that has their yellow flaming logo on it. They have a yellow.
It's real,
is that up?
it is. Matter of fact,
It's a halo lit thing with yellow.
it's kind of hard. I have a cell phone photo if you want to see that.
Did I miss a meeting?
Yeah,
Look at
if
that.
you can zoom in, you can kind of,
Okay.
there's the
yep.
little, that's the little yellow swoop.
So everybody's got a little bit of color.
Right.
okay,
So
good.
Looks good. I think the wall sign looks real nice, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came out nice.
Yeah, it just
Great.
jumps a
Well,
little bit more.
that's our logo. We should have done that from the start.
And it's packed over there right now, the warm weather, the So Fun yogurt's crowded, so.
I'm sure.
It's generating some business.
All that yogurt coming into our sporting store.
Oh, all those middle schools,
That's it. That's
they have money.
Hey,
True.
we don't turn anybody away.
Right?
Can we,
Any other questions? Guys okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
do you want me to make a motion? I'll let you make the complicated ones. In the matter of DRB 2012-14, City Sports, I move that we accept the design as presented for the change to the monument sign. Is that monument sign? Or ground sign? Whatever,
Ground
monument
sign.
sign, the addition of the red horizontal lines.
Okay,
Second?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
There are
Great.
2 pylons, by the way.
Yes.
Not just one, okay.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming back.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, next is DRB 2012-15, the application of Verizon Wireless Cellular Sales at 314 East Lancaster Avenue in Wayne, which was formerly the MAB Paint Store across from City Sports. Hi there.
Aye.
I'm Tommy Lucas. I'm president of Cellular Sales.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to see you here tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, so you're taking over the old paint store, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Good. So why don't you walk us through your application there?
Sure. Be putting 2 facade signs that meet code and 4 awnings. And there's also a freestanding existing pylon sign, which we're not changing the size, we're just changing the facing on it.
Okay, well, why don't we start with the awnings? That seems to be the easiest part of it.
Sure.
Okay. Now, it looks like you're going to modify the building also, correct?
We are. We'll add some glass in the front, and then the roof line will be more of a rectangular shape than an A-frame.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to see that.
Well, it's not on the agenda. Bill,
You're just sitting here for signs tonight.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Are you going to submit the application for the facade renovations
Yes, sir.
at a different time?
Yes, I'll get our project manager to submit for the building permit and all the codes for that.
Okay.
Well, not just the building permit, the facade renovation comes to us too.
Okay, yes, sir. I'll make
Okay.
sure he does it.
Excuse me, Bob.
Yes,
The freestanding sign has not been applied for either.
right, we'll have that come back also.
Okay.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Is that the pole, the MAB? The one
Yeah,
that
so
pole sign, yeah.
that'll
okay.
come back maybe with the other plans.
Right, today,
No
the
problem.
signs
We can
we're
only
approving
approve
today are
what's-
just the ones on this application.
Got it.
Okay.
Awnings
was-
and wall signs.
No problem. It was our understanding that we wouldn't have to put it in the application since it's a pre-existing sign that's just replacing the,
Anytime there's a change.
Sure.
Then you have to put in the application.
no problem. I'll make sure our sign company does that.
Great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, also, the cutoff for that is March the 21st for DRB for next month.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Okay, Tom, so want to start with the awnings?
Um,
Tell us what you have in mind and type of materials. and-
It's a typical red awning. As far as the materials, I apologize, I thought our sign company had submitted that information.
It says Weblon.
Yeah, I was wondering, what kind of material is that, Jim?
Oh, I'm
I don't know. I'm sure it's
Fabric covers.
Imagine it's a proprietary company.
Which one do you see? The one that says, the application that just says fabric,
Weblon.
aluminum
Weblon.
awning frames with fabric covers. We
Yeah.
have had material from Sinorama before. Weblon. Are you looking that up, Jim? Okay, thanks.
Okay. Okay, why don't we talk about location while Jim's looking up maybe the
Sure.
type of material that it is?
Sure. Yes, the awning signs will be, or the awnings will be placed over the windows on the north side, 3 on the north side and 1 on the east side to help create a little bit of shade going into the showroom.
Will there be any advertising on those awnings?
No, sir.
No advertising, okay. All right, so as soon as we find out the exact type of material, we should be able to proceed
Well,
with the awnings.
I mean, it says outdoor textile, and the sunbrella comes up too, so I assume it's similar material to sunbrella.
Basically, what we will not allow is those plastic-type awnings.
Right.
More of a canvas type is pretty much what we'd like to see.
Yes, sir. Well,
Okay.
we'll make sure the material is,
Okay,
All right,
Is
so
the
we'll just
correct
stipulate that.
okay. All right, good. Okay, you guys all right with the awnings then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
3 in the
They'll
front,
look
1 on
great.
the side?
They only
Okay,
have a 4-inch drop, so there's no room for anything to go on there anyway.
Right, okay.
Okay, good.
All right, and they're not allowed to be illuminated or anything like that, the awnings, so.
Got it.
Okay,
thank you.
all right. So why don't we move to how about the sign on the front of the building?
Sure. It's our typical sign, and it's channel letters, and they'll be illuminated. Our tagline below, which is required for us to have with our relationship with Verizon Wireless, it will not be illuminated, just the Verizon Wireless and the check mark will be illuminated.
So cellular cells, you're saying, is not aluminum?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, and height from grade, do we have that figure in there? You're allowed a height of 15 feet from grade. So,
Yeah, it must be, because the corner, I mean, the parapet's 19, 8 inches. Oh, I'm sorry. 86, 186, 188. So it's like 14 feet? No, that's fine.
from,
Well, the cornice is 190,
right,
188.
to the top there. Okay, so they're fine. Okay, so you're within the 15-foot height restriction.
Great.
What do you guys feel about the sign itself? I mean, about the raceway versus a non-raceway?
Well, if it is going to be a raceway, I'd want it to be the color of the background.
Yeah, actually, I think there was,
Yeah, it'll match the background.
Will it?
because somewhere I saw it said raceway black. I don't know if that was a mistake.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, raceway color to be black, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would not want that to stand out.
No, I wouldn't either.
Okay. The building face itself, what do you think the color's going to be on the facade that the sign will be attached to?
The top part will be black. The lower portion below this line will be a khaki tan color.
Oh, so the top will
Oh,
be black.
so the top will be black, so the
Oh, okay.
raceway should be black. That's
Yes.
good.
Oh, okay,
Great.
sorry.
I didn't
Oh, no
understand
problem.
that,
Sorry
sorry.
about that.
That'll look nice.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we want to see the raceway. So it looks like a matching sign on the side of the building is also,
Yes.
okay.
Same drill.
You guys happy with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
No
It looks
problems.
good.
Okay,
It
good.
looks good. The letter size is good. I think it's great.
Yep.
And so we have the 4 awnings and 2 sets of channel letters, and you're going to come back with the pole sign?
Yes, sir.
As well as plans for the building itself?
Will do.
And window signage, I guess if you have any permanent window signage, bring that back with you.
Right.
Just as a rule of thumb, you're allowed up to 20 square feet of available window space for
Gotcha.
signage.
We typically don't put any signs in the windows. We like for people to have a good, clear view into the showrooms.
Okay, great, good.
Building
else, guys?
address, I guess.
I'm sorry?
Building address?
Yeah, building address. Put that
It
in.
is
On the
3.
door?
Good spot,
Oh.
just in case there's an
the,
emergency?
Yes, yeah, we'll
Okay.
be sure and put the address on the
Okay,
front
good.
door. Yes, sir.
Great.
Though you're not applying for it tonight, do I have a copy of that pole sign? Just kind of curious. I mean, I have this.
No, ma'am, it's
No,
not.
Oh, okay. I just
Yeah.
saw it on your display, and I thought maybe it was,
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I shouldn't have put it on there since we didn't have it on the application, but we'll
I
get it.
kind of
in.
like getting a preview.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Cindy, what else?
This is more complicated. This is Jim's.
This is Jim's.
I'm happy with it.
Ready,
He always
Jim?
gets the details. I just go with the broad brush.
All right. Any questions for the board?
I
Are
don't
you
have
okay?
any questions, yeah.
Okay. Jim?
Okay.
Thank you.
In the matter of DRB 2012-15, Verizon wireless cellular cells at 314 East Lancaster Avenue. I move that we approve the awnings as submitted with the understanding that the Weblon fabric is a canvas-type fabric and not a high sheen or glossy-type fabric. If there's no lettering on the awnings, I move that we approve the wall signs as submitted with the understanding that the raceway is to match the building color behind it, that the building address will be put on the property somewhere for emergency access, and that the pole sign and facade renovations will come back to the board for approval at a separate time.
Okay. Do I hear a second?
I second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right, Tom.
Thank you very
Thanks.
much.
Good to meet
Thank you.
Good luck there.
I'll see you maybe next month. Like Bill's mentioned, March 21st is the deadline for next, okay.
We'll get
All
it
right,
in.
good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tom. Okay, next item tonight is DRB 2012-16, the application of Bravo Group Incorporated at 134 North Wayne Avenue in Wayne. Greetings. How are
Hi.
you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Good, Jennifer Riley from Bravo Group.
Yes, good to see you. Looks like a fairly Easy application coming up? Okay. Why don't you tell us what you had in mind?
Sure, it's just a vinyl logo that will be on the window. I didn't bring a copy of it for the screen, but
Want to just put that down so people at home can see? And point of reference is the old suburban building, which is slowly getting renovated. Okay, good.
Love the door.
yeah, it's great.
Were you all in before, or was I not here?
No.
First time you've been here?
First
Oh,
time.
you're not tied in with
The
Little
the
Nest?
next door
then?
neighbor, Little Nest.
Little
was in.
Nest, no, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
they're-
okay.
Oh,
yeah.
well, tell us about Bravo.
Yeah.
Group.
Oh,
I thought
okay.
this
Exactly.
was
I
Bravo
thought-
Pizza or something.
I
Now
thought
I'm
it was
looking-
Little
Yeah, we get that a
Okay.
lot, actually. It's right next door.
All right.
We're a government relations and communications firm.
Oh, okay.
And then we also own Omega Group, and they're a research firm.
Great.
What's the other one called?
Omega Group,
Ah.
that's the other logo on there.
Oh, good.
Oh, okay. So that's going to be your main source of signage
Yes.
on the door? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I was
that's it.
mistaken. I'm sorry. I thought it was tied in with Little Nest.
No,
I know
it's
they
not.
wanted to
It's
come back,
very
so-
similar, signage on the windows, but that's it.
So are you all upstairs?
We're on the second floor.
Okay, so the door leads to the stair. Okay,
That's
got it.
right.
Okay, got it. Okay, no, it looks very nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right.
So here we go.
Fire
Oh,
away.
this is one of mine, yes, definitely. In the matter of 2012-6-16, Bravo Group, Inc., I move that we accept the design as presented.
A second.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you. Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Next on the agenda tonight is DRB 2012-17, the application for Eastern University at 1300 Eagle Road in St. David's for a building addition and some structure changes. Good evening, gentlemen.
Yeah, good evening. Carl Altsmeyer, Eastern University, and Thomas Daly from Daly and Jalboot Architects.
Nice to have you
We're
here.
here to show you potential glass awning for the front of our McGinnis building, which is our main classroom building in the center of campus.
Great. And this will be independent of the next application, correct?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
that is correct.
Okay, good. So we'll just handle them one at a time then. Okay, great.
Okay.
All right, why don't you tell us what you have in mind?
Well, the existing building is McGinnis Hall, shown here in the middle of the campus. There's a first floor plan of the structure, and the area where the work is proposed is at the front of the building, on the left-hand side of the plan. This is a photograph of the existing building in its current configuration. The proposed work is to replace the curtain wall, the existing curtain wall system, the window wall at the front of the building, and to construct a new entrance canopy in front of the curtain wall that will be, have a glass roof, steel structure, 4 posts. It will cantilever off of the posts and will create a weather cover, and we'll go back and go over the 2 projected vestibules that exist at the front of the building.
Okay.
There's no signage involved.
Okay.
The existing light fixtures that are on the front of the building will remain, the 5 cans, and the lettering that's on the front of the building will stay as it is.
So the cans, what do they do, light up and down, or just down?
They light down.
Okay.
How about the pole
We will
signs?
be replacing those with fixtures that are similar and more efficient.
Okay. And the pole signs will stay, or pole lights will stay?
The existing
Yeah.
lights.
The existing pole lights will stay. yes.
Okay.
And you're replacing the curtain wall?
Yes.
Tom, you said, is this sort of bronze anodized now?
Our proposal, now it's a bronze. Our proposal is that it'll be painted a lighter color than it is now.
Okay.
And the panels that are there now will change to spandrel glass so that it will read as an all-glass front.
Okay, so the panels where the cans are, those are spandrel glass?
They will be spandrel glass when
Okay.
we're done.
Well, it looks good.
It's attractive addition
Yeah, it
to the
looks very
building, I
nice.
think, yeah.
Very nice. Will be a nice addition.
So I guess the glass extends back between the pillars on the, so that you actually are protected from the rain?
Yes,
Just a little bit,
they
yeah.
go over the
Right over the doors, yeah.
The existing vestibules project from the front, so the glass
Oh,
comes
okay, yeah,
back
that does-
and covers the vestibules
That'll look
Okay.
nice.
and stops just short of the face of the building.
Yeah, looks good.
Great.
Questions?
Okay.
Comments?
No, I like the, I think it
Jim?
looks very
Yeah, it's
attractive.
very nice.
Enhancement.
Good. Any questions for us? No?
No.
Jim,
Great.
like to make a motion?
Sure.
Thank you.
In the matter of DRB-2012-17, Eastern University 1300 Eagle Road in St. David's, an application for a building addition, accessory structure. I move that we approve the design as submitted.
Okay, we're a second.
Second?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Do you have any
Thank you.
need for these? Do you have any need for these?
No.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right. I guess you guys are right back on again?
Yeah, right
Okay.
back on.
All right, this one may be a little tougher. So this is DRB 2012-18, the application of Eastern University, 1300 Eagle Road in St. David's for a new building. Okay.
And this is Joseph Silvetta from Daly and Jalboot Architects as well. Our initial proposal here is to construct a new student center. It's already been through some of the vetting as far as the board is concerned. Over the existing softball field, it'll be a 3-story building with 2 stories visible from the south exposure, with 3 stories visible from the north exposure.
So that's it for the softball field, huh?
There goes softball,
yes.
huh?
Yeah, all right. Okay. All right, I guess if you could maybe walk us through the type of materials and the colors and the roofing and the lighting and all that stuff.
Joseph Silvetta from Daly Jalboot Architects. I was a project architect for the project. Carl already showed the overall site plan. This is a more localized site plan that shows it's right across from the Warner Library. And as Carl mentioned, it does very much what the Warner Library does because of the change in grade. The side that faces the perimeter campus is a 2-story portion, and the back that faces the interior of the campus is a 3-story building. I have a rendering here of the elevation that faces the library. Oh, I need to turn it around. It faces the library. It also faces the parking lot. It's the one that faces towards the building, the site boundaries. Though it is interior to the campus and actually can't be seen unless you're on the campus. The idea with this building was to use some of the same materials that we used for the library, so it's a similar brick, and also to break up the scale some with a rain screen panel system. So the colored portion of it here is rain screen. Obviously, this portion is brick. The rain screen portions happen at the stair towers, and the building has some chamfers on it, and they happen at the chamfers as well.
What do you mean by rain screen?
Rain screen is it's kind of a pressure equalization system, so that it's an open system that tries to keep most of the rain screened out, but does let some of the rain come in and then drains it internally.
This looks like a pan.
It's a way to keep a building from being pressurized and comes from Europe initially, so that the building pressure doesn't draw the moisture into the building.
Okay.
We're using it for that reason and also for the aesthetics. We have some samples of what the material is that matches the rendering. There's a yellow, a wine red, a light blue that were used very sparingly, and then the majority of it are these grays.
What is that, like a Trespa or somebody?
It is Trespa.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a phenolic panel So it's paper and resin pushed together under high pressure to make a very strong, color-fast material.
How long has this material been used? I'm just wondering what other buildings I might have seen it on.
Rain screens?
Rain screens? For,
You wouldn't have seen many.
yeah, so I was just curious about that. Because you know,
There's a
sometimes you
large
see
building.
older.
Material's been used.
Yeah, the material's probably been used for 20 years.
Okay,
It's
because you
just
see
up
these
front.
panels on buildings, and I just, wondered about if it's the same material, maybe not the same use, but,
They're all different materials. Some of them actually have wood veneer. They don't hold up so well, but this is a completely phenolic system. Comes from Europe. It's about 20, 25 years old. There are some larger projects in the United States. There's a building right off of 95 in Wilmington that's all trespa rain screen. That's one of the bigger projects in the area.
it's interesting. I think it looks good.
Yeah, it looks nice. And the brig, you don't have a sample of the brig? Oh, you do have a sample. And you're saying this is the same one on the library or
It's
some?
very similar.
Okay.
I mean, even if it was exactly the same brick, it would be different just because the clay is different as they dig it up through the course of the years. The intention is that it would match that in tone and texture and also in range. We tried to get a brick that has a little bit of a range to it, so the wall isn't just a flat wall. It has a lot more depth and interest to it.
It's a standard modular brick
It
size?
is. Yeah, it's standard size,
Okay, good.
3 bricks to 8 inches.
So it's a little tanner than it shows up on the screen there, but I like it with the.
It is. I mean, if you
Yeah, it's a little, okay.
It's a pretty close match to the library.
I have one question. This is not our purview, but just curious, since you just added a porte cochere of sorts to the front of the other building, you nothing here at the entrance?
We do not. The entrance itself is set back in the brick.
Oh, it is?
A certain
okay.
distance.
Okay, it looked
not-
flat in the rendering. Okay, I'm
Not
sorry.
deeply, but it's back
Okay.
enough to keep the water off the head of the door.
All right, gotcha. It looks nice.
Are we prepared to look at lighting tonight and landscaping, or?
I do have, it was actually the civil engineer did that, but I do have their drawings.
Okay. Bill?
Was it on the, are we supposed to be looking at that? Lighting and landscaping? That's not on the application for tonight, right?
Well, there's a site plan, there's a couple civil drawings in the back.
Okay.
Do you want us to take a look at that also, Bill?
It's up to them.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have any cut sheets.
Yeah, that's part of the
Yeah, it's in
application.
there.
Okay.
It's
Landscaping.
filled out,
Okay,
yeah,
we
it says
got-
landscape plan.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
Yep.
Great.
Leaf through them.
Okay, so are you okay on the building itself?
I am
The
okay on the building.
Materials,
Mhm.
colors?
Oh, it looks nice.
I think
everything
it'll
looks
look very
good?
nice.
Okay, good.
Great, thank
How
you.
many square feet is this, just out of curiosity?
It's
43?
43.
43,000?
2.
And where's the student center now?
Currently, it's housed in the Walton Mansion.
Oh, okay.
The main mansion
Right.
of the estate.
And what'll happen with that space?
Our plans eventually is to turn that into the music hall, give them a little bit more space. They're currently housed in the Workman Building, which is another mansion right on Eagle Road.
Right, okay, good.
I guess the one thing too, on bigger projects that have come before us, I guess all the mechanicals on the rooftop and all will all be shielded?
It is indeed.
Okay. All right, good.
There's a higher portion and a lower portion, as you can see from the rendering. The lower portion has no mechanical equipment on it because that roof is visible from the library. And the intention is that that's a green roof as well. And all the mechanical equipment was pushed up to the higher roof, and it's completely enclosed in a 8-foot-high aluminum louver
Good.
enclosure.
Okay, good.
Nice.
That'd be nice.
Okay, great. All right, so we'll look at some landscaping next? Is that all right with you guys?
Or which, the first drawing is what? It's the grading and the,
I think this is the lighting from the parking lot. The rendering shows the additions of islands in the center of the existing
okay.
parking lot that has none. and then the new lighting that goes back around to the creek side, the Gulf Creek
So
side.
this, I'm sorry, this is the existing parking lot that's there, right? So you're
This
doing some-
here is the
you're doing some
existing parking
improvements to
lot.
that.
Yes.
So you got 6, what, kind of shoebox standards or something?
Yeah,
And they're how high?
that's 20 foot.
Okay.
Gotta get my glasses on.
I mean, there's no way any light spills off their property.
Right, exactly, okay.
Yeah, the current lighting is from the back of the parking lot, and
Uh-huh.
it's fairly similar in height already,
Is it?
with a similar style light fixture.
Okay.
These, they actually project towards the building, where these will then project down. So we're hoping that the light emissions would decrease if there is a concern with that.
Okay. And then how about lighting around, as I'm approaching the building, is there path lighting or what?
There's pole lighting, the university, we're using new fixtures. This is a cut of the head
Oh, okay.
of that fixture. It's a night sky approved light, so all the light is projected down and not up.
Mhm.
We're going to be using them on this project, and then I believe the university has a program where they're going to be working through and changing all the lighting on campus to this type of fixture.
Okay.
They're LED fixtures. They have wireless controls, so they're dimmable. So we can program them, and after hours, 2, 3 in the morning, we can dim them down to a certain percentage in order to keep it safe, but then also reduce the emissions because you won't have as much foot traffic.
How high are they, roughly?
Those are all in their
I think they're
12 feet
Who makes
with
those?
the fixture. I'm sorry?
Who makes those? I'm just curious.
Shredder
Okay.
out of central the United States.
It looks nice.
Jim, do you feel those 20-foot poles are too high for parking lot?
No.
Okay.
Not in the
No
middle,
problem.
they own so much property. I mean,
Okay.
It's not like you're on Lancaster Avenue.
Right, that's true.
And I'm sure they've been before, you've been through land development, right?
Yes.
You
So
don't even have any
correct.
neighbors who can see this. I
there's no
don't think, do you?
spill.
McGinnis will be blocking that
Yeah.
parking lot from view mostly. And like I said, with the lighting on the back, the lighting currently now is angled up and projects forward, where these then will project down
Okay.
I think this will be a better lighting pattern
than
than
what's
they currently
existing.
have there.
If you're lower, you're more. If you're higher, you're less.
Okay.
It's like they
Yeah.
got to provide so much by code.
Okay,
All right, looks good.
all right.
Landscape?
And these new circles show all the new plantings, and there's a planting list here. Obviously, it's been through the Shade Tree Commission and been approved by them.
So it's all pretty much deciduous?
Yes.
Trees.
For the most part, yes.
Oh, it's a
I'm
couple
not
hollies.
I'm not an expert on the,
Yeah, a few hollies. No, it looks
but
nice.
I think there's the honey locust or something, maybe something different. I'm not an expert on that.
What about the honey locust?
I don't know if that is
No, it's
deciduous or
deciduous.
not.
It's a deciduous tree.
See, there you go. Shows you how much I know.
That looks
about
good.
Trees.
You have birches down by the water or something? Oh, no, they're accents. Okay.
Yeah, that would be a sugar maple, and that would be deciduous.
Good.
Cindy,
Yeah, I like it.
you all right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
So we talked about lighting, talked about,
about-
does this building have dumpsters, or how are you dealing with refuse?
It does. They're behind a retaining wall, and that retaining wall.
Down below this, down here?
If you look right here, you can see
Gotcha.
the dumpsters, so they're actually screened from the parking lot side rather than having them on the other side of the drive.
Okay.
There's a retaining wall there. It's up about 12 feet. Grade drops off, obviously, because you're coming in a drive, and
Okay.
driving down to the lower level. So all that should be hidden from view, especially since there's a generator there, and we made the wall high enough to cover that generator, which is, I think, about 12 feet tall.
Okay. And your loading dock's down there, too?
It is.
Good, looks nice.
So I'm curious, is it the engineering firm that selected the plant materials and designed the landscape plan?
Yes, that was
Correct.
done by the civil engineer, AEC.
Sidewalks, we need to look at that.
Really is.
The main thing, yeah. A little tough to see on this plan here.
Oh, so there's pavers connecting over to the library? Oh, so
Yes.
you can drive across that, but it's implying a pedestrian way?
Correct.
Yes.
It's actually I
That'll be
don't
nice.
know what they call it, but it's raised up with a
Table.
ramp, and, yeah, it's a
That'll be
table,
nice.
to slow down
So you
traffic
can-
across
And then now
there.
you drive through. You still drive through, but
Okay.
they're connecting it to the library with paved
Oh, I
path,
see, okay.
which would be nice.
And this path here, which goes around towards the back of the building, is reinforced to a size that a fire truck can get back around the
Oh,
back.
okay.
However, you only see a certain amount of the path. There'll be a certain amount where the truck can drive through.
Is that
So we'll have
concrete?
that marked.
Or
I'm sorry.
asphalt?
Then
It's those,
That's pavers
those
too?
plastic buried mats that
Oh,
then
okay.
get covered in my belief.
Oh, it is asphalt.
It is.
Gotcha.
The area right adjacent to Warner, across the drive, and right in front of the student center are all pavers.
Mhm.
The terrace in the back, that is pavers as well. The smaller pathways that branch off of that and connect to the existing pathway system are macadam, as are those paths that they're connecting to.
Okay.
You good with that, Jim? Sure. Okay, all right, Cindy with that?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that honey locust. It's not my decision.
Yeah, we did do
Kind of a
some
dirty
cha-
tree.
We did some change work with the species with the Shade Tree Commission. So we-
And what did they, it's a tree that's often selected for cityscapes, you know, it's like, but I think,
Yeah,
to me, it's
I-
just a little
I
dirty,
don't
like
recall
yours.
any comments
No.
about that
Good, okay,
particular
good.
species.
No problem.
How about signage?
There is none at this time.
Currently,
The
we have
building-
nothing.
The building hasn't been named. I'm assuming at some point it will be named, and when it's named, I'll have to come back before.
What was this, one of the black and white elevations had some,
That's
is that
actually,
happening?
that's more of a sculpture. That's terracotta
That's going on there?
by the brick company.
The faith, reason, justice.
Yes.
Is that something from the motto? The
Yeah,
university?
that's, yes, that's
Oh, good.
within our mission.
So that'll all just blend in with the wall itself. It'll all be.
So it's
carved.
incised?
Some's inside, some it actually comes out.
Mhm.
The brick company has a sculptor, and the sculptor will create those
Okay.
letters and the school's crest.
Uh-huh.
What do you think?
Nice touch, real nice. Good.
What else are we missing? Pretty well covered it.
Is the curtain wall on this is what, painted?
It's, will probably be similar to what we're gonna use on the McGinnis.
Okay. And the glass is clear glass or tinted?
It is clear glass. Trying to think.
Okay.
And so that gray panel will match the gray that you've showed us in the sample, is that the same? Isn't there a gray panel in this, am I looking at the right here?
Yes.
Yeah, is that gonna be the same?
That's,
Oh, the spandrel glass?
Yeah,
yeah, that'll be some
Similar.
gray or dark
Looks
bronze
good.
or whatever
Okay.
we wind up
Good.
picking for that. Yeah, it's all low-E. I think it has a tint to it so that it's energy efficient. It's not heavily tinted. It's mostly clear. The biggest curtain wall, which is the one on the back of the project, faces north, so
Hmm.
shouldn't get much of a solar load.
What is that, dining down there?
It is.
That'll be nice. Okay.
All right. Any other
What's the
questions?
schedule? These are schematic drawings. Are you guys moving ahead or what's?
Well, our hope is to break ground late spring, if not late May, early June. That's the plan at the moment.
Okay.
But that's what we're working for.
Looks very nice. Good
Cindy,
job.
I
comments,
like it.
questions?
No,
You're in good-
I like it, I
good
think
shape
it looked
there?
very nice.
Jim?
Yeah.
You're in good shape?
Like the plant
It's great.
material.
Any questions for us or comments? So I guess the only thing that may come back is when you get a donor. Some signage.
Yeah, I think that's what that would take.
Do you want to tell the folks at home how much they have to give to get their name in?
Radnor Hall works, but
Radnor
that's
Hall?
how that works.
There you go. Okay. Jim, you want to take this one?
I'm sorry. Oh, Jim's going to do it, aren't you?
Yes.
No, I want him to. I just was making noise
okay.
with all my
It's
plans.
pretty, in the matter of DRB 2012-18, Eastern University for a new student center at 1300 Eagle Road. I move that we approve the plan as submitted. There's nothing that's not on the drawing.
There's really not,
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I second.
Okay, all in
Great.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great.
Okay, thanks, gentlemen.
Thank you,
Good
gentlemen.
luck with the project.
Thank
Good
you
luck.
very much.
Thanks.
Would you like these back?
No.
No, okay.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm sorry? It is. All right, next item tonight is DRB 2012-19, the application of the Velvet Shoestring at 164 East Lancaster Avenue in Wayne for one wall sign and one awning sign. Hi there. Hi.
Hello.
Sure if you have a copy of this. Sincerely apologize, my contractor wasn't able to make it. So I hope
That's
that
all
I'll be
right.
able to answer
You'll be fine.
Okay, we're happy to have you here. Nice.
So my
Okay.
name is Laurie Whiteman. I'm a co-owner of this new store.
Mike.
My business partners, oh, sorry.
You want
My-
everybody to know what you do.
Yes, so the Velvet Shoestring is a high-end home furnishings consignment shop. And it was an idea that started in Williamsburg, Virginia, which is where my business owners are based out of. They own the Velvet Shoestring down there. It's been open roughly about 6 years, and it's just done exceedingly well. It's flourished completely within the community of Williamsburg. And they had really wanted to branch up here north, and they have family in Wayne. So we said, let's go for it. And here we are. And
Great.
we're very excited about it.
Good.
Great.
I can't wait. When can we start bringing?
I know, but we're accepting inventory right now, so if you have any, please, I'll get your information.
So everybody knows what it says, right?
I don't.
Right near the Gap. It's
It's,
next to.
Okay.
It's actually,
It's
yeah,
next to Au Petit Delice, isn't
yes,
it?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Right
Okay,
next
I'm
to
sorry.
Petit and Argus Printing.
Gotcha.
It's a nice sized space, I think, because you have you have a basement also?
We do, and part of the basement was renovated, so we have that
Good.
space that we're able to utilize as well.
Are you going to be able to bring things in and out the back, or what?
Yeah, we have the exit door that we're able to bring things in from the back or through the front, but preferably through the back, because we don't like people, just seeing furniture coming in and out
Yeah.
of the front.
Okay, great. Is this a new sketch? Should we go by
I-
this and not go by that?
Correct,
Okay,
yes.
so forget
Dom-
this.
Dom Mercury is the contractor on this, and he had just emailed this to me
Okay.
2 days ago.
All right, great. Okay, so your application tonight is for one wall sign and one awning sign. Why don't we start with the awning?
Okay,
All right.
great. So I have information that he gave me, but the awning is a true brown sunbrella. And the question I have with the awning is, would it be okay if we had the address on the awning?
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
great. The lettering is no more than 7 inches high. It's actually going to be about 6 inches.
Okay.
And that's pretty much all the information I have on my end regarding the awning.
Okay, so the address, you just want the street address? Or
Correct,
you don't want to
just-
put East Lancaster Avenue or anything, just a street number?
Well, we wanted to do the 164 East Lancaster Avenue. That was what we wanted in the middle of the placket or the bracket right there. Would that be okay?
Yeah, I don't think we've had anybody ask us that, but it's the address. Do you think
To be honest with you, there's a lot of confusion between east and west.
east and west?
People
I
are
think it's
lost all
not,
the
actually
time.
not a bad idea, because people are like, well, I'm west of this, but I'm east of that. So
Right.
I'm okay with that. Are you okay with that, Jim?
Okay.
Yeah, as long as you're under 8 inches, so.
Under 8
Yeah.
inches, perfect. We're at
Okay.
7 inches, so.
Okay, great.
Now, what's the 6 inches right here?
Actually, yeah, that's right. He has 6 inches here. We spoke yesterday, and he said it won't be any more than 7 inches. So I think he was playing it safe by doing 6 inches right there for the lettering.
Right.
But if you're saying no more than 8, so we have a little bit of leverage between 6 and 8.
So
I think
6
we're,
and-
I think we're at around 7, possibly a little smaller than 7 inches for the lettering.
Right, to get it on the drop.
Exactly.
'Cause and nothing goes on the slant.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
Nothing.
Right. I mean, you're pretty close to the highway, your location, so even at 6 inches, everybody's going to be able to read
Yeah.
that.
But that'll
so,
stand out.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it for the awning, and how about the wall sign?
So the wall sign is an MDO sign. It will be wood. It's going to be painted one-shot gold. The lettering, as well as the outline of the sign, will be in brown 3M vinyl. The sign that was there was an electric sign, and it was, we replaced it only, we want to replace it because it didn't work and it was literally falling apart. So Dominic had taken that off. There were fasteners that were showing, but we will have the sign framed, so in the back it's attached to the existing angle, so nothing will be showing the angles themselves.
Okay.
The sign will cover that.
Let's hope.
Oh, it definitely will.
All right, okay. Let's hope.
So it's vinyl letters that are will be adhering to that sign, right?
Yes. I know, it's a little different than.
No,
than
I've
what
seen them before. I
you
just
have.
happened to notice a sign recently where I saw the vinyl letters were peeling, and I felt like that we hadn't approved that sign
Which
very
one?
long ago. I should have taken a picture because I
Okay.
can't remember what it was, but I'll just look. Just ask him, you know.
I
You sure
asked
these
him
letters are going
about
to stay
that.
on here, Dom?
Yeah, we did ask him because originally we said we wanted it. The engraving was just way too much money for us. We said, how about painting? And he said that could be washed away within 6 months to a year. He guaranteed us up to 8 years that the vinyling or the vinyl lettering would stay on here. So who knows what type of adhesive the other person used versus what Dominic
Guaranteed
knows
you
about.
8 years. I'm going to look at this other sign. That's
Yeah, it's interesting. I'd like to know about that.
If I find out, I'll let you know. I just don't know where I saw that.
Thank
Okay,
you.
now that the previous sign is down, what kind of condition is the roof in?
The roof, we had all that inspected with the owner. The roof is in perfect
Okay.
condition, as well as the insurance company came to check it out.
Okay.
Everything's good.
Is there an outline from the existing old sign, or has it been power washed and kind of?
Oh no, there's no outline.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Okay, I see what you mean. Correct.
Okay.
The only thing that's there are the fasteners that are
Okay.
sitting there right now.
All right, well, just make sure Dom does it right and that there's no fasteners shown.
Right, yeah, he and I have discussed that numerous
All
times.
right.
He is fully under the impression that those have to be covered.
Okay. All right.
We've had that conversation with him, too.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he knows.
Okay, good.
All right.
All right, I think it
And
looks
how
good.
about the height? Do we have anything?
Well,
you know.
it can't be, let's see.
I mean, we just
Let's
approved.
see, 7, 8, 9, 10. You mean the height of the letters?
No, the height
Oh,
from grade. We
the
just
height,
approved
yeah.
the other two.
We just
Well,
finished-
the parapet's 15. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, so we're
and
in
we
good
just,
shape.
you know what would be nice, if you look down the row there, we just ask that the signs, there are a couple of new businesses coming, and you really don't line up with them, except maybe, actually, yeah, Gimbal and Red Mango are close by. So, and I think you matched either the height of your sign, Gimbal, did you match it, the height or the bottom with the sign next to it? So that there's you're not floating between the two?
Right, we pretty much have the sign here, and we want the awning pretty much like right below it, so there's not a huge gap.
Okay, I just wanted to.
I guess
unless
what we're
I have
saying is
something
try to
wrong.
keep some.
When you look at
line,
the
you know.
buildings next to you,
Yeah.
so there's some continuity. I'll
Oh,
make it-
absolutely,
Right.
like,
So
oh,
this,
I'm so sorry,
Did you-
Dominic did add that in the notes. The awning will be at the same height as Au Petit.
Okay.
But they have the umbrella where we're going to do the shed.
Okay.
That's the only difference, but we will have it matched up so it, just cohesively looks nice along that
awning.
roof line.
and I don't know what they have for signage at Au Petit. Do they have a sign
They
above?
do, yeah.
Yeah.
They have also a wooden sign. It's more
Yep.
square than rectangular, but, so they have a
So
sign
maybe
there.
you could have the bottom of your sign line up with the bottom of their sign.
Okay,
Or the
yeah.
top's line, or just so there's some line that's continuous.
Oh, absolutely, and I think, for us, that's what we would want anyway,
Yeah.
so, but I didn't even, think about with the sign to make sure that the sign is leveled as well.
Okay.
We have any illumination or not?
No, not at this time. At some point, we'll probably want gooseneck
Okay.
lights, but that's down the road.
Okay, that'll have to come back before us,
Yes,
though.
of course.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
Oh, then, so you want to leave room for that. And
Yeah.
Red Mango has gooseneck on
Yes.
their building, and they're just down
Yeah,
from you. And I think Jules might also, I'm not positive about that. Okay.
If you put any window signage in, you have to be
Yeah.
20% or less.
right.
I see you noticed
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
It took me a little while to figure that one out.
Yeah.
Was it 20% or less of the window? But
Uh-huh.
I finally got it.
Okay, good. And the address number on the building?
164.
Okay, that's going to be on your awning.
Yes.
Not going to
that's
miss that one.
Correct.
Okay. And what else, guys?
That's good.
Jim, you all right? Cindy,
I think you nailed it.
we all right?
Mhm.
Any questions or comments?
Not at this moment.
When do you expect to open?
We are looking to open April 16th, so we are working fast and furiously as we speak.
Great. It probably didn't need that much work, did it, the interior of that building? or
No,
not?
no, maybe a little painting, but that's it. So we're lucky.
Yeah,
Right.
it was in nice shape, I think.
Good.
Yep.
That's great. Good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Good.
Do we need a motion?
Yes, Cindy, please.
Oh, maybe, let me see if I remember the details. Okay, in the matter of 2012-19, the Velvet Velvet Shoestring, I move that we accept the design and, as presented, with the addition of the address being on this umbrella, on the drop, the address of 164 East Lancaster Avenue to be written out, not to be greater than 7 inches in height, the letters. The sign, the wall sign approved. We'd like to see, that's the bottom of that sign, line up with the bottom of the sign next to it. And fasteners must be covered. Am I missing anything, guys?
No, I think you're,
Okay, that's my motion.
All right.
Second.
okay. All right. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
All
All
right,
right, thanks.
thank
Good
you.
luck.
Good luck to you.
Bob?
Yes.
Lori?
Okay. Okay.
We need copies of your exhibits, please, that you gave to the board. We don't have copies of them, please. Thank you.
Okay, Cindy, you want to take a 2-minute break?
Sure.
Okay. We're going to just hold just a couple-minute recess, all right? So, and Cheryl, you're on deck, so we're just going to have a quick break here. Okay, let's pick it back up again with DRB 2012-20, the application of Gimbal I Associates at 154 East Lancaster Avenue in Wayne. Hello, Cheryl.
Hi, good evening. Yes, we're back. I was here in January, and the recommendation was to have the wall sign approved as submitted with backlighting opaque. which we are here tonight to present to you. I'll show you the temporary sign that was put up on February the 20th, and we already have spoken to Don McCurry to inform him again that the fasteners must not be shown, and because we were coming back, we agreed that we would let it just stay until we had this meeting, since it was only 3 weeks away. But we did not approve that, nor did we pay for that. It was supposed to be installed from the back, not hung from the front.
Right.
So this is the way it currently looks. The recommendation was to take the back film and turn it a darker color. I want to show you what it would look like at night as a sample. This is was provided by Dom as just an example of another facility with this type of lighting. And what we came up with that he designed for us was this. It will be the same during the day as in the evening. During the day, it will look like this, and in the evening, it will be the opaque, and it will just be the white lettering that will show with the blue G.
Looks good.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And we will have it correctly fastened.
Appreciate you doing that.
Yes, yes, we noticed it immediately.
The blue outline will show, sorry. The blue outline will show on the letters?
Yes,
And
the
the blue G,
blue,
okay.
yes,
At
mhm,
night? And that's good, right, guys? Yes, okay, good.
Yeah.
And we
Great.
will have it the same height as Mango. They weren't in yet.
Yeah.
And we were aware of it, so we were trying to balance the two groups on either side.
Yeah, all this change at one time makes it.
Yeah, so
I
we'll
think
have it lined up.
You're just a little high, I
appropriately.
think, on that, right? You
Yeah.
have to bring it down just
Yeah, it's a little
bit.
high.
Yeah.
And we said, okay, we'll leave it since we are going to come back and change
Okay.
it out.
Your window looks great, by the way.
Oh,
It's
thank
very
you.
nice,
Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you.
We appreciate you coming back.
Any other questions?
No, I think you did exactly what we asked.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you very much.
Appreciate that. So, Jim, like to make a motion?
Yeah, in the matter of DRB 2012-20, Gimbel Eye Associates, 154 East Lancaster Avenue in Wayne. I move that we approve the wall sign as submitted.
I'm
with
sorry.
the understanding.
I'm sorry, your mic's off.
Sorry. Sorry, Jim.
Let's start over.
All right. In the matter of DRB 2012-20, Gimbel Eye Associates, 154 East Lancaster Avenue in Wayne, I move that we approve one wall sign as submitted by the applicant with the understanding that the exposed fastening devices will be remedied and that the sign will be fastened from the rear and will not be seen.
Okay, do we have a
Second.
second? Okay, all in favor?
Aye. Great.
Aye.
Thank you.
Great, thanks, Cheryl.
Thanks for coming in.
Appreciate it. Next is DRB 2012-21, the application of Eves at 105 North Aberdeen Avenue in Wayne for a freestanding sign, lighting plan only, and got some facade renovations. Hello again.
Hello, how are
Hi.
you?
All right.
Aye.
Do you have a website yet? I just told someone about your store. and
I
go,
know,
I
it's-
can't find a website.
I know, it's shopeves.com.
Shopeves.com?
Yeah, right now, we're just putting up the blog, and then the e-commerce will go up in fall.
Okay, well, it's nice to have you back again. It's
Thank you.
Susan.
Yes.
Okay,
Susan
great.
on. So last time, we had gotten approval for the freestanding sign, but we did want to put lighting on it. So I came back with the lighting design for the sign itself. So this is actually the aerial view looking down on the freestanding sign. So that's the pole that's holding the sign itself. And it's basically just a bar, a black bar, which will match the signpost itself. And then the heads, it's not quite accurate. It's got a little bit more of a neck, which actually bends and flexes, and so it'll point right towards the sign itself.
It's mounted on the bar. The
Yes,
lights
it is, yep.
That's still what you're going to go with, Sarah? Susan?
Yes.
It is? Why don't you
Yeah.
just put it on the table so people at home can see it?
Oh, sure.
Cindy?
What do you have? Oh,
That was from
right.
last month.
Okay, I saved
right.
that. Mhm. Good-looking graphics.
The sign's going up tomorrow, actually, so it'll be
Great.
installed, yeah.
Ah, cool.
Excited about it.
How's the, does it look all right, the electrical portion and all? Okay, Cindy, all right with that?
I like it, yes.
Okay.
I think we gave you permission last time that when you, if you wanted to at some time add your
I know,
website.
yes, we
Yeah,
could add
and
it in.
We did say that you wouldn't have to come back to us for that.
Great.
Correct?
Right.
Gentlemen?
Yes.
Yes,
I
good. I
remember
want
that.
to
Yes.
just confirm that.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, good.
Okay, and then I had to come back regarding the exterior deck repairs, because we went over last time, the building itself had a lot of water damage, so it included all of the decks that were outside were basically just rotted out. So we want to keep the existing structure in terms of the outline of the decks themselves and the surface area. And then we just want to repair them and replace them with pressure-treated wood. We want to stain them a deep mahogany and put wrought iron railings on them.
Okay.
Good.
Looks great.
So in the first page here is the front door. And so here we wanted to, before there was some shrubbery before on the existing deck. We just wanted to sort of clean that up and just have it be on the perimeter, and it would be low-lying shrubs. And then the wrought iron railing for the front door would be black to go along with the black door.
Okay.
Great. What do you think, guys? Look all right?
I think
Yep.
it's handsome.
Yep.
Anything else for us, Susan, or?
Yes.
The rear deck.
Okay, take your time.
Getting those out. So this is, the first one here on the left-hand side is the exterior deck repair for the office unit.
Oh, right.
So we would, again, keep the existing structure, but, instead of, before they literally had just a wall that was sort of the railing, so we want to go ahead and replace that with white wrought iron railing. And then on the back side of the store, there is another entrance. So here we wanted, again, same materials, pressure-treated wood, stained really dark mahogany with the white wrought iron railings.
Susan, where's the office entrance when I'm looking at the building? Is it around the back?
It's if you're on North Aberdeen and you're seeing the front door of the store, it's just on the left-hand side of the
Okay.
front door.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's nice.
And that's it.
How's your renovations gone?
It's been good. It's been ever expanding.
Do you own the building?
Yes. Yes.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And when are you hoping, tell me again, when are you
We're
hoping to
opening
open?
Tuesday. So
Do you actually- the
I
store's
feel
up-
terrible because I'm literally in T-shirt with paint on it, but I was at the store painting.
Wow, all right.
Yeah.
Go for it.
That's great. Is most of your other signage in? Most of your other signage was awnings, correct?
The awnings are actually being done by Bryn Mawr Awning Company, and so they're taking the existing metal frames, and those will be ready next week. So the freestanding sign will go up tomorrow, and then the awnings will go up next week.
Great. Grand opening
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Good.
It's like whether we have the awnings or not, we're going to open doors.
You don't need awnings, it's so close,
Yeah,
it'll be fine.
Exactly, so.
Okay, good luck with that.
That's
Okay,
good.
thank
Yeah.
you.
Great.
Okay,
Okay, Cindy?
go. I'm sure it's
Go.
Jim's turn.
No,
Jim's
no,
turn?
it's go. No? All right.
Okay, I'm sorry, yeah, I'm totally, no, go ahead.
Go.
Okay, in the matter of DRB 2012-21, eaves, I move that we accept the pole sign and the lighting as was presented, and the facade changes, including the front door, the way the front door is painted, if that is included, the stairs, the landing, the low-lying shrubs, the pressure-treated wood, stained deep mahogany, the white wrought iron, and the new stairs for the back and also for the office entrance.
Okay, here a second.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank
Okay.
you very
Thanks,
much.
Great, thanks, Susan.
Good luck to you. Okay, next tonight is DRB 2012-22, the application of Rite Aid Corporation at 237 East Lancaster Avenue in Wayne for 2 ground signs, 4 wall signs, 2 freestanding signs, and 1 awning. Hello there.
Don Petrosa, we've been here for everything but the sign, so we're back on the proposed signage. And what I'd like to put up first is the exterior elevations for the Lancaster Avenue and Aberdeen Avenue. Obviously, the longer side here is Lancaster Avenue, the long side, and this is Aberdeen. And we're talking about, we have 4 wall signs proposed. I guess we could maybe address the wall signs first, if
Let's
that
do that.
if that works. What we're showing, when we were here before, we had some elevations, and we had a separate sign for the Rite Aid and the pharmacy, and because of the number of sign issues, it was suggested that we combine them, and we did do that. So we now have a Rite Aid pharmacy sign right here, and we have that on both elevations, on Lancaster Avenue and also on Aberdeen. And then we have a drive-through sign on each elevation, directionally pointing to the drive-through. So, that raises an issue about the ordinance permits 1 wall sign per street frontage. And we actually have street frontage on 3 streets, Lancaster, Aberdeen, and Cromer's, which is a small private street. But we've been told on other issues, a street's a street, it is a street. So technically, we could have 150 square feet of wall signage. I think with everything that we're proposing, I believe we're at about 136 of total signage. Now, granted, you're only supposed to have 1 wall sign per street frontage or street elevation.
Well, I mean, we've had opportunities, I think, where we've put like 2 smaller signs, but I think the situation is you're only allowed 50 square feet per frontage.
Right.
And I think your problem is you exceed that on the front and on the side both.
Right. Well,
So,
well,
I mean, you
we do.
You do?
We do.
Yeah.
Because the Rite Aid pharmacy signs are about 45.5 square feet for the total signage. And that's, putting a box around the highest portions of the sign. The other,
I'm sorry, what'd you say, 45 what?
45.5 square feet. The other issue that we have is the height of the Rite Aid sign. And the ordinance provides that the top of the sign shall be no higher than 15 feet. And we're at, most of the sign is at 19 feet 2 inches, but the P in the pharmacy, which is a little bit taller, is actually 19 and a half feet high. And the problem that we have is that we have the windows and the canopy, and it sort of boxed us in that we really have no place else to put the Rite Aid pharmacy sign. Both the zoning hearing board, when we were before the zoning hearing board, and this body liked the look of the building and we looked at it. We looked at it several different ways, but we can't figure out a way to keep the look of the building and lower the sign any. We just don't think there's really any place else to put it. And so we realized that we'd have to go to the zoning hearing board for both of these issues that we just talked about, but we wanted to come in and get your feeling and your suggestions and your input as to how you feel about what we're proposing.
Go ahead, Jim. What do you think?
Well, are we finished talking about wall signs?
Yeah, they're
Basically the 4
mirror
signs.
image.
Okay.
Yeah, they're white, they're Lexan, they're internally illuminated.
But there's also letter heights and so
How
forth.
about just the...
Yes, so we're
Well, the
19
issue,
point something high, yeah.
I mean, you said it well. I mean, you're above the 15 feet, you're exceeding the 50 foot on the frontage. So while we understand that, your hands are tired a little bit in terms of vis-a-vis the building design, you all designed the building too. So, we're in a situation where we approve this and then the next applicant comes in. The eyeglass lady was just here and she comes back and says, I want to put my sign at 20 feet. Well, she can't, and neither can you all. But you can go to the zoning hearing board for variance, and I'm sure you will.
Right.
So I think in my opinion, we don't approve it.
No, and so that the awning can't come down any further, is that, obviously that'd be a big drop, we're talking,
Yeah.
I mean, geez, you're a lot of feet over, it's
Right,
not.
we're at least 4 feet.
4 feet, that's a
Yeah,
lot,
yeah, at
that's,
least 4.
ooh, it's not like 4 inches where.
Yeah, we actually
Yeah.
show the line on sheet 3 of the sign drawings. We put the 15-foot line so you can see
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
Well, I appreciate that you addressed it right away, and we're, just straight up with it,
I
but.
I guess my feeling is this is one of the new buildings in this Wayne overlay district.
Right.
So it's kind of like, this is going to be the sample, I mean, that's the
This
wrong
is going to be the
term, but-
direction that everybody's going to want to go. Well, you let Rite Aid do
Yeah.
this, we want to be able to
Right,
do this.
right.
And
And,
But if you look at the Wayne Center, the old Acme that was just in there.
Yeah.
Right.
we made all their signs be.
I mean, those are pretty high facades. Those facades have got to be close to what you all are.
Right.
And it just so happened that the design there, they could get the store signs down closer to the height, so.
I mean, it is a large building. It's, you know, it's 155 feet of building along Lancaster Avenue, so.
You don't even want to start me on that, because I think that.
Well, we've got some articulations, but,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know, in terms of the mass of the building, the signage isn't really the same as some of the smaller, you know, shops that are located.
We understand, but, you know, it's Wayne and it's, you know, you're Rite Aid and people are going to know where you are regardless if your sign is 19
Right.
feet or
Well,
5 feet and how big.
believe it or not, we did scale these down considerably from the typical Rite Aid sign
I've
package.
sat through other hearings in different townships.
We have.
I know it's possible. I know you don't want to. I understand that you need to push to get your maximum visibility for your customers, and I understand that. I just came from a little tiny town where I saw that all these companies that typically, whether it's McDonald's or CVS or Rite Aid, that they've all had to scale their signs to match what the signage code was in that community. And when you go outside the community and you see that they don't have a code, it just gives a different flavor, a different aesthetic. So, you know, this code was written with a certain intent, and our job is to abide by the code and to advise you that your only alternative is to go to the zoning board for relief from that.
Okay.
And I guess you'd like us to recommend that the board
Well, that would be
smile on
nice.
you. Well, I understand that,
would-
sure.
Yes.
But
You know, it's just, it is very difficult to keep the look of the building that we have and, you know, try to figure out what to do with the sign.
I just am kind of curious, when you come into a community and you've designed a building, you look at the codes ahead of time. Maybe signage is the last code that anyone thinks about, and so we're going for permits in all these other areas, and then all of a sudden, oh my gosh, we didn't think about the signage.
To be honest with you, you know, that was our last concern at the time, because we had many other more, you know, significant
Pressing
issues as to
issues.
whether the project could even go forward or not. We've been to the zoning hearing board already 3 times, I think, and we've been to the commissioners, and we had an ordinance amendment, and so, and, you know, it wasn't clear whether or not we were going to be able to get the approvals. We did ultimately get the approvals. We have final land development approval, and,
I mean, you got nice ordinance relief on certain things that other people aren't getting, and so you know, whether it was the second-story issue, the drive-through, I wouldn't be inclined to I'm sorry to tell you that I would not be inclined to recommend that the zoning board make an adjustment or, you know, an allowance for this.
You guys came before us, what, 3 months ago, just kind of kicking tires, I guess, that night.
well,
And
we
talked about
actually
those issues.
did the building, and we got
Yeah.
approvals on the building and everything else, except the
Right.
signage.
We mentioned that night that the signs
Yeah.
were too high, and,
You did.
yeah.
And initially, you had that sign across the rounded area, which we decided was not
Right.
either Lancaster or Aberdeen. It was just sort of and that had to come down. It had to come off, I guess.
Well, while we're here, we might as well address the other signage that we have.
One other comment I'd even have about, well, a couple comments, about the Rite Aid Pharmacy. I mean, you're looking for 20-inch letters on Rite Aid, and
We haven't approved that.
no, I mean, that building's going to sit pretty much right on Route 30.
It's closer to Route 30 than the competition across the street, and we made them bring their signage down, right?
And
I have the notes on
What
that.
was Five Guys?
No, I was thinking across the
No, I
street, you know,
understand.
yeah.
But I'm just saying Five
Oh,
Guys
yeah.
Street who?
What-
CVS.
CVS.
Oh,
Didn't we
yeah.
give them 16 inches? Five Guys,
Sounds right.
I can remember, I can look
Yeah, I
up what
mean,
we gave Five Guys.
Five Guys sits far off of Route 30, and I guess we gave them
I'm sorry.
20 roughly.
What did we give, Veta might know, but we had it in the,
But we're just saying that building sits right on top of the road, and 20-inch letters sitting right on top of the road is way excessive.
Yeah, I mean, that's not really, I'm just trying to find out. That's not really an ordinance issue, but it's just a policy issue. of-
Aesthetic issue.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we've been we've tried to be consistent on that.
So what, if the 20-inch letters
I
are
would say 14 to
16?
15 at the
14.
most, yeah.
14 to 15?
But again, I think we have to be
Let me
consistent.
see if I can find out.
Well,
I mean, what's your feelings on that, Jim?
Well, the Wayne, what is the shopping center called? I'm sorry, where Five Guys.
The old Acme Center, we'll call it.
We just had them, Wayne,
Yeah.
whatever,
We gave CVS 16 inches.
16.
Now, and their words, pharmacy open 24 hours, we told them that could be 12 inches. It was the same typeface, upper and lowercase. That's what I have in my notes.
And they're just 3 letters, CVS,
Yeah,
if you use a squint rule.
and they're set back. They don't have their parking, your parking is to the side of the building, so you're able to get as
Yeah.
close to Lancaster.
I mean, I could
You
see
have good
maybe, I could see
visibility.
maybe the P in pharmacy being 16, but everything else 14.
Is the P in pharmacy a little taller than the Rite Aid letters?
It is. That's actually 24 inches. These are
Right.
The
just
P in pharmacy is 24?
Yeah, the other pharmacy letters are 18.
Right.
Okay.
And Rite Aid's 20.
Yeah, I would scale them down proportionally, definitely.
The material and the type of lettering, do you like that, the type of signage?
Sure, just rear illuminated, or reverse illuminated, yeah,
Re-
channel letters.
Reverse on the pharmacy and regular channel, I think, on the Rite Aid, right?
Right.
Okay.
I think it's very nice looking. If this was in a community that wasn't trying to maintain a certain type of, historic aesthetic, didn't have some limits, and it would be certainly,
Just I'm not, if you have any suggestions, I'm trying to think of what to do about, I hate to lose the awnings, the canopy there, to get the sign down. Does anybody have a thought on how that might be possible?
Well, I wasn't here the last time, so it's hard for me to say, but the glass beneath the awnings is display glass? Because typically you don't look into a Rite Aid, correct?
it looks like the bottom half, like those bottom
That's
three
what I was-
panels are solid, right?
Top portion's clear glass.
Yeah.
Top is clear. And the bottom has a,
Opaque film,
it is opaque,
so you don't see the picture.
I'm sorry, could you,
right.
okay. You just come up to the mic, please? Okay, thanks.
This is Rich Radley, he's the Regional Construction Manager.
The top portion of the windows are clear glass. Behind that is shelving, and we
Right.
opaque that so you don't see the back of the shelf.
Gotcha, yeah.
Well, this is kind of a weird suggestion, but what about small awnings over the upper windows? Like move them down a little, because there's nothing really behind them, is my understanding. So if you, I don't know what that would look like, but it just is the one thing that occurred to me right now is move the windows down a little and put the awnings over those, and then you could have space.
Those aren't awnings, those are canopies.
Those, no,
Over the windows.
above that Rite Aid awning, the long awning, instead of having the awning there, what about having, I know it might be blasphemy, I don't know, from a design standpoint, but remove the awning that's under the word Rite Aid Pharmacy, under the words Rite Aid
That's
Pharmacy.
not an awning, that's a canopy.
Okay,
They're
remove
covering
the
the
canopy. It's covering the sidewalk, you're
Covering
saying?
the sidewalks.
Okay, move it to the windows above.
Well, that's not going
That
to
won't
protect
work?
anybody walking on the
Yeah, I see.
sidewalks from weather.
Yeah,
It's going to be way too high.
I don't really have any suggestions other than less glass and lowering it. But then you're
But
getting into the
4
whole
feet
building
is a
design.
lot.
As you're saying, you get into the whole building design, so
if you bring that awning down 4 feet, you're below, how tall is that awning that says photo center? That's,
10 feet.
so the top of that awning is probably almost where you'd want, no, the letters can be higher than that.
Well, you said 19, thereabout.
No, I mean, not the letter, I mean, the letters can sit on the wall higher than 10 feet. They can sit, they can be up to, up to 14 feet, or, so they have 12-inch letters, or they can be up to 13 and a half feet, right?
Well, you got to be 15 feet from the top.
I would-
Yeah, from the top down,
Yeah,
I'm saying
top down,
sit.
15.
I mean, I appreciate why you're asking, and we do give advice from time to time. This is a little bit like pulling the thread on a sweater.
Yeah.
And as an architect, you start to unravel the whole thing. I don't want to tell you to do this with a sign, and all of a sudden the canopy's different, and all of a sudden the brick. It's a little harder than that, I think. I mean, if there was a quick fix, I would say definitely we would give you some suggestions. In the absence of that, and given that it's an entire facade design, I just have to say I don't want to approve it.
Right.
Okay, I have a
And I
question.
appreciate
Yeah.
your asking. I'm not
But when we talk about the top of that awning, it's not an awning, it's a canopy, okay. When I look over here, that's a pretty high canopy across here. So on this part of the building, that's pretty high. I'm just saying, move this up, move the windows down, so it looks like a canopy is covering some nice windows. It comes off the building here. This one's pretty high. I don't know what kind of protection you're going to get, but it's a way to get the space you need to get the letters you want across the building. And I'm not an architect, just about trees.
Okay. Okay, well, I just, if anybody had a
I appreciate
suggestion, I was happy to hear it.
The other sign on the front of the building is that Rite Aid drive-through pharmacy, or I guess drive-through pharmacy with the arrow.
Right.
And again, I guess when you put that up, you're exceeding your
Well,
square footage.
I mean, interesting, I don't know, we have to go to, as you can imagine, corporate with these types
Yes,
of decisions.
sure.
But if the letters do shrink, it's going to change the square footage of the Rite Aid pharmacy sign dramatically. It's
Yeah.
already
Yeah.
smaller than what's permitted, so, you know, I don't know that we'll pick up that much, but we we may pick up some to be closer to the
Yeah.
To the
50 square
50
feet.
foot, yeah.
If we were closer, you know, well, from your perspective, unless we get relief from the zoning hearing board, if theoretically, if we were at 50 square feet for the two signs, that's less problematic as long as you don't exceed the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be
I'd be honest with you, I would prefer to see the drive-through signs on the ground.
Well, there are too, Jim, in the plans.
Well, I know,
Yeah.
but I mean, every bank that comes in the
Right.
entire township has them on the ground. And I
Yeah.
think clearly, people who don't know your new store, first time around, obviously they're going to be looking for where the drive-in is, drive-through is, but eventually people are going to know where it is, and
Yeah.
it's going to be pretty clear cut. Plus, I'm moving along Lancaster Avenue at 40 miles an hour. I mean, it's kind of, you know,
You better not be doing that
judgment
there.
call whether I'm, well, it's a judgment call whether I'm going to see it there on the
Yeah.
ground anyway. But I'm not going to tell you to take it off. I'm just going to, because as you said.
Right, I understand.
So,
Okay. And then the other signage is the monument signs, the freestanding signs.
right.
And the issue here really, we have two proposed, one at the, near Lancaster and Aberdeen, and then one further up Aberdeen, because for the other entrance.
Right.
Technically, we'd be allowed three. We've only got two.
What page are we on? Just-
This would be
Number
page 7.
2?
I was looking at, you can look at either 2 or 7, or both.
Right.
2 shows the location,
Okay.
and 7 shows the sign. And the issue is that we were requested by the township staff to incorporate a Welcome to Wayne Business District message into our sign. And in fact, the commissioners made it a condition of our final plan approval. And so that's, the Rite Aid portion of the sign is within the square footage that's allowed. It's a little over 29 square feet, the 29.16 square feet. And the Welcome to Wayne Business District, technically, that may require relief, but we're sort of doing it for the business community as opposed to
Right.
our own purposes. The other sign looks identical to this, except it doesn't have the Welcome to Wayne Business District, the Aberdeen sign. It just has the Rite Aid pharmacy.
Right.
So that would be solid blue instead of having any lettering or logo.
Okay. And again, the Rite Aid pharmacy will be opaque background?
Right.
Okay. I guess-
I would make the same, first of all, that's a nice looking monument. It looks very nice. And I like the curve and everything. But I would also say the height of those letters, even more egregious in the fact that it's at the sidewalk line. I'd like to see those come down. Even though you meet your square footages, the 15-inch letters. But it's a nice looking monument sign, it really is.
I agree.
Let's see, the other thing we did not cover is the awning sign, and I think that is.
Thought we need to get to that, yeah.
Right.
Well, you know, before we jump off the monuments too, I'm sure they probably are, but they're 10 feet off the road, 10 feet off the cartway. We need to make sure that, right now, that existing
Off the road, I would-
Blockbuster sign is encroaching on the highway, and that's always been
Yeah.
a problem there. I think what actually happened was Route 30 was widened just a bit, so in effect, the sign became a little closer to the road, and it's a tough place to pull out of.
So they're required to be 10 feet off.
10 feet, I believe.
Off the
From
cartway.
the curb?
Cartway, yeah.
Cartway, curb.
Yeah, I'm thinking that.
You are?
Yeah, how wide's that sidewalk? It's pretty wide there. It's, okay.
Okay.
And we can consider lowering those letters down a little bit.
The- the-
15-inch letters
size.
on Rite Aid are,
Too big.
I think it's awful big, sitting
Yeah.
right on the highway.
And I looked to see what we've done for other businesses,
Mhm.
and on the monument signs, we've asked them, the letters are all smaller.
Well, like Simmons City Sports that just came in, of course, that's got
Well,
quite a
that's
few.
a That's a
10.
lot on it,
Yeah, that's
but-
what, 6 inches? I mean,
But the main.
yeah,
main
it needs to be
wing-
bigger than that, but, you know, but I don't know, it needs to be 15, so.
Yeah, I would say 12, to be honest with you.
12 for Rite Aid and
Proportionally smaller, so.
proportionally smaller for pharmacy. Okay.
Yeah, Wayne Square is 7 or 8 inches. I'm not going to say it needs to be that small, but.
No,
and it's
exactly.
one tenant, I mean, but 15 is huge.
Okay, so we're asking that Rite Aid come down to 12?
What do you guys think? I'm okay with that.
I think 12 is about the max. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a 3-foot block there, so 1/3 will be Rite Aid. So.
Okay, and then pharmacy proportionally smaller.
So they're looking at 7 to 8, I guess. Yeah. Okay. All right, anything else on monuments, placement?
Well, I would say on pharmacy,
Illumination?
I would leave that to them. I don't
It doesn't have to go down to 6 inches or
have any
something.
problem with 9 3/4 inch letters.
Okay.
No.
It's up to them.
Oh, yeah, okay, so,
Okay. Yeah.
All right, good. We're already on the monument then? Okay. All right. So you want to talk about the awnings next?
Yes.
Okay, good.
You know, we do have the awning sign, it's shown, actually, it's shown best, I guess, on the elevations, but also on sheet, it's shown on sheet 1 and also on sheet 6. Now, I've heard some of the other, I think the ordinance talks about 8-inch letters for awnings.
Max, yeah.
These are 11, so.
okay, but what do we
Well,
allow
it's
for
also what's
information?
allowed.
Yeah,
You know,
that's a problem.
On the awnings, all we allow is the name of the
Name of the
company
business,
and the
The
address
phone number
and the phone
website.
number.
and the website. So GNC Livewell is not allowed by the code, et cetera. You could put it on the glass.
In a window sign, yeah.
It's just what the code has, limitations on the awnings.
Yeah, I don't know, under that planned business now, I don't know if they reduced that to 15, or excuse me, under the new Wayne overlay district. I'm not sure if it's 20% or 15%.
Oh, the glass, I don't know.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, whatever
it's either 15 or 20.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I think we just have to disprove that completely.
right. I mean, you want to put the street address on there, you want to put Rite Aid on there, or, I mean, it's your option, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so none of these things can go on there,
Hmm.
according to the code.
No.
What type of material are you going to use for the awning?
I'm sorry,
What type of material on the awning?
you mean the sign or
Like a
the awning itself?
awning over the doors. Is that a umbrella, do you know?
Rich should know.
Okay. Okay.
On there's a canopy for the drive-through, and there's some small, I believe, non-illuminated signs over that.
What does it say?
Yeah, that we thought they're
Because
directional.
we allow, like on banks, we allow you to say open on a bank.
It's like drop-off or pick-up or
I think that's allowable.
clearance, you know,
Drop-off,
that would be an informational
Clearance,
sign, an
yes.
instructional sign. I
Right.
think you said, yeah.
I'm sorry, where might that be? On what page?
Back on the
does-
drive-through.
Where's the,
On the front elevation? Oh, the drive-through.
yeah,
Clearance, yeah, clearance pickup exit, that's the same things we allow on banks.
right.
Yeah, there's no problem with that.
And we had directional signs to direct people to the drive-through that are
On the
not
ground.
on the building, that are on the ground.
Those look fine. Right?
Do you see the location of them? I'm just looking, I'm sure they're fine.
So they're non-illuminated
10 and
directional
11.
signs.
Correct.
10,
Okay.
11. That's good, so that does direct people, you know, since we're removing it from the awning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Getting back to the canopy signs, they're not going to swing or anything like that. They'll be more in the back drive. How are they going to be secured?
You're talking about through the
It's
drive?
almost going to be like a bank?
Yeah.
Just suspended.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Right.
Suspended off the canopy or
No, they're mounted to the canopy.
mounted to the canopy? Okay, good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Anything else in the way of signage?
No.
How about, I just made a couple notes. Are you guys going to, I know some places, they paint arrows on the pavement for in and out. Do you plan on doing that? Arrows like on the
Arrows
pavement
on-
showing an
I think
exit
we
and
do have,
entrance?
I think we do have some.
Okay,
Yeah.
stop lines and those.
okay. Well, the other, yeah, the other problem is, and I know it's a problem throughout town, and Rite Aid is our neighbor with the business we have, and even though stop signs are erected there, people come flying out of the parking lot, basically are crossing over a pedestrian walkway and not stopping. And it's that way at the Rite Aid, it's that way at the Sovereign Bank, the parking lot on North Wayne Avenue, and yeah, I don't know how you can stop these guys short of putting like a speed hump right there to make them slow down before they encroach, you know, over the sidewalk. So, do you have an answer?
If you look on page 2, the site plan, you'll see, you know, we've got, you can't see it here, but on the site plans, there's stop signs, we've got stripes across the exiting. I mean, we're trying to give them every
Yeah.
indication in the world that they got to stop here.
Right,
Don't-
okay.
there's
I know,
people,
they just put a brand-new stop sign at the Rite Aid next to us, and you know what? It doesn't matter, they go flying right out, yeah,
the only way to get the attention is somebody starts enforcing.
right,
I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
yeah.
I don't even know if, there must be a stop sign at the North Wayne Avenue one.
But the one difference
there
is
is.
over there, right? Is there's actually drive in front of you
Right.
and Rite Aid. Whereas
Right.
here, they're going straight out to Lancaster.
Right,
See what I'm saying?
right.
Well, there's
That
no,
parking lot is
Yeah.
set back.
right, right,
So yes, people do zoom
Yeah.
across the
The
drive, but
walkway, yeah.
eventually they have to stop before they
right.
get
Oh,
to
that's
it.
a good point. They're going to slow down because the highway's right there.
At some point, we have
Okay.
to hope that a pedestrian will pay attention, that a driver will pay attention. I don't think we
Right.
can legislate everything. It looks like you've done a good job of trying.
Trying.
Yeah, there's
I
been
mean,
some
you
close
just-
calls. Yeah.
Well, at some point, somebody's going to have to lift their head up, you know,
Yeah.
from.
But I'm sure you see it, Cindy, you're right next to the lot, even though
Yeah,
there's a stop
I was
sign
just
there.
thinking about that because I'm there every day, and I
Right.
haven't really seen, and I
bet
pull
you.
out, because you're pulling out across the sidewalk, and then you have a full car length in front of you to try to navigate your way onto
Yeah.
North Wayne. For some reason, it seems to work, and everyone crosses wherever they feel like on that
Oh,
road.
yeah, for sure.
So,
Okay.
including me, but,
All right.
yeah, I think you've made a good effort here.
Okay. Address number, you've heard that discussion tonight.
Right, 237 East Lancaster Avenue.
Okay, possibly on the awning?
Or on the glass,
Or
by
on
the
the glass,
doors,
yeah.
somewhere, just so fire trucks can see.
Okay.
I mean, if you're looking for a fire and Rite Aid's on fire, you're not gonna miss it.
Right.
Yeah. Hope they don't call in with the address, like just say, it's Rite Aid.
And the window signage, we talked about that. And I know they're littered all around Wayne, and you guys also have it up in the Rite Aid next to us, but the sandwich boards or the tent signs advertising flu shots or whatever, so they're actually against code. But, you know, like I said, they're springing up all over the place, but they're against code, so, yeah.
Okay.
What else? Cindy?
I think that's, I feel like we covered everything. I made a list of what we addressed
Mhm.
and what, all the things we couldn't pass.
We started out with an electronic reader board, but we got rid of that on our own, so you didn't have to tell us
What,
about
you
it.
started out with an electric, come on, you had to look around and think, I don't think that's going to fly.
Jim, comments, questions?
No.
You guys have any comments or questions for us?
No, I mean, we understand your
Yeah.
position.
Mhm.
Thank you for your comments.
Okay.
And, I guess what we'll have to do is decide what we can do and what we can't do. We'll have to go to the zoning hearing board
Mhm.
for
Right.
and-
Right.
and see how that goes.
Great.
What's your timetable right now for construction? And
We're ready to go. You know, I mean, literally, we wouldn't mind starting in April if it were possible. if it's
Once you
possible.
start, what's the time, then what's the time frame?
Rich, that's your,
6 to 7 months,
Mm-hmm.
so we try to get it, and we ideally like to be done by the end of the year before next winter.
Yeah, which may it please be as mild as this one.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Who's going to tackle this one? Cindy,
Okay, well, this is kind of a hard one, so,
take your time.
let's see. I'm not sure what we're approving.
Will that help you out?
We're approving, you know, I move that we approve the directional signs. Do I move that we approve Rite Aid Pharmacy as a wall sign on Lancaster Avenue as long as the sign is brought down within the code requirement of no higher than 15 feet? The letter P should not be larger than, did we get 16? What did you give?
16.
16 inches. The other letters adjusted accordingly.
14.
The other letters are 14? Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Whatever, the
You're right.
adjustment necessary.
Yep.
If the P comes down to 16, then
Yep.
the other letters adjust accordingly. The signage on, okay, and then we also approve, oh my gosh, the drive-through pharmacy at the west end of the building, as long as it's within the 50 square feet of allowable signage space. So once you bring the pharmacy sign down, there will be room for that if you do it, if you keep it in accord with the 50 square feet. The signage on the drive-through elevation, we allowed that. We approved that. I think that's the walls. No signage except address or phone number or business name or website on any of the awnings, or on the awning. The monument signs, we approve with the requirement that the word Rite Aid be brought down to 12 inches, and the word pharmacy be left up to the discretion of the applicant. I think that's all the assignments that you applied for this evening, am I right?
I think so.
I believe so.
Okay.
There's a temporary sign here. Do we have to approve that?
Oh, you know, we should.
I don't,
Is that a construction sign?
That's just a construction sign.
Yeah, we might
I
as well
think,
just approve that.
okay, approve that, and plus you're allowed to have temporary signs for up to a certain number of days, it's in the code.
Okay. Jim, you want to bring that up then? The construction sign?
No, send it, just
Okay,
add it in.
okay. Want to add into the
Alright.
motion then?
And, pardon me?
You
Add
wanna
that,
add that?
and also include the temporary construction sign is approved.
And I believe the coming soon sign has to go before
Where is
Radnor
that?
Township for a 30-day approval, correct, Bill? Okay, you'll approve that.
Community development.
Community development, yeah.
I think that's it.
Oh, okay, yeah, that has to go. Where's the construction sign?
Well, it's not construction, it just says coming soon.
Okay, that's the sign to which we're referring. Okay, so I can't approve that. That has to go before the township, right? Okay.
Right.
Well, that was a messy motion.
I guess-
No, that's fine.
Did you
That's
get
good. Yeah, yeah.
I guess
More importantly?
just one comment before we second it. I would almost, I mean, it's certainly your discretion, but I think it's just repetition now that Rite Aid Pharmacy arrow mounted on the building, when they have directional signs for
Oh,
that.
well, that was my opinion.
Yeah, yeah, you said it too. I just
But,
think it's, yeah,
Yeah, we would recommend.
right,
Okay, which sign are you discussing right now?
On the-
On this elevation? Far left?
yeah.
Does
that
it
really
say
needed?
drive-through pharmacy or does it say Rite Aid? I can't read
We feel
it,
that that
actually.
shouldn't be on the building.
Okay,
We can't not allow it.
Yeah,
right, once you bring your signage
We can recommend that it come
down.
on the ground,
You
right.
can't rent a lot? Okay.
as long as they meet the 50 and the 15.
Yeah.
think there might actually be a condition of our other approvals that we have a sign on the building indicating that it's, for the drive-through pharmacy only. I'm pretty sure I'll have to check that, but
As another condition of your
I
approval?
think there was a condition
Okay.
to that effect.
All right. Okay.
I'd like to
Do we hear a
see that.
second, or Jim, do you want to add anything to that, or? Okay. Do you want to
And you'll add the address somewhere. We said that, right?
Right.
So- Okay. I'll second the motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Great.
Okay.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
gentlemen.
Thanks.
Okay,
Thanks.
I'm sure we'll see you again. Okay, thank you.
Data. Did you get the whole motion? Yeah? I want to check my notes later.
Okay, our last item tonight is DRB 2012-23, the application of Ivy Mount Rosemont Associates Limited at 1084 East Lancaster Avenue in Rosemont for 4 awnings and a facade renovation. Hi there.
Good evening.
Hi.
My name is Patricia Michon. I'm here tonight on behalf of the property owner, Ivymont Rosemont Associates Limited Partnership, regarding the property 1084 East Lancaster Avenue, as you will see in this photo. I'm here tonight with architect Tom Hall of Thomas E. Hall and Associates in Wayne, Pennsylvania. We are presenting to the board tonight an application for a facade renovation and awnings. I'm going to turn the hearing over to Thomas Hall at this time, and I will talk to the board regarding the awnings.
Great.
Thank you, Patricia. Good evening.
Hi.
We would like to bring your attention to this exhibit on the table that shows the existing condition of the building. It is located at the corner of County Line Road and Lancaster Avenue in Rosemont, across from the McDonald's location. It's a highly visible building, and we have some proposed facade improvements that we'd like to share with you this evening, along with some lighting fixture cuts and some sample material samples. We are proposing to add to the Lancaster Avenue side of the building a pediment that would be accented with pilasters. The pilasters themselves would be a PVC material, straight pilasters with a simple capital at the top. This would actually be a roofed pediment that we'd locate on the front. We've also cut a curtain wall glass element in the center of this particular element. This is the main Lancaster Avenue facade. We believe that facade is large enough to carry a classical proportioned element to the best we can design and proportion this element for this particular existing facade. We think it will add some grandeur to the building itself. We also located changing out shutters with a very dark green shutter, which would be a full raised panel shutter that you see in your packet. That is going to be a PVC product. Right now, the shutters on the building are very thin. We'd like to include shutters that are more proportioned with the buildings, the windows themselves.
So when you say thin, you mean depth?
In typically,
Narrow, or?
the shutters that are on the building now are relatively narrow.
Right.
And they're also thin in depth. We're looking for, we believe we found a product that's going to be a raised panel type shutter and with a little more beef to it.
Okay.
It's our intent to
Nice.
bring a little more
Depth.
detail to the facade itself. The building is really got great bones, as you can see, with the coins, and the brickwork is quite nice. There's some cast stone banding as well. We also plan to extend the roof at both ends of the building to create a bit of an overhang
Nice.
that does not exist today.
Good.
Very simple today.
Looks nice, really dresses it up, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know, it's a building I drive by all the time. I think it was just about, its time had come.
You kind of put it out of your mind and sort of go by, but we're going to hopefully change that. We have some samples for an architectural type asphalt shingle on the roof, so we'll be replacing that product as well.
Is there a color selected yet?
We like the slate look, charcoal look, so we're not going for a red or a dark green, something in this range. We also included in our packet some lighting fixtures that would be at the entranceways that you see. I think it's a foul-mouth lighting fixture. We've got some catalog cuts with us. Thank you. The fixture that you see, the red one on the left, will really be a very dark green fixture, and that will accent the awnings, which we'll get to in a moment. And I think there's 2 of those per awning, if I'm not mistaken. And they appear on the county line side for retail tenants that we have, and also there's 2 awnings located on the Lancaster Avenue side. Thank you. And then we have selected more utilitarian industrial type fixture for the entranceways that would be flanking either door entrance. What I wanted to also mention to you is at this county line side, we have a new portico that's being built onto the facade of the building. That will extend out of the building probably around 6 or 8 inches. That particular portico is built of an ethos product and will be a smooth finish. I do have some samples.
Was that you on the front of the building?
It's the county lines,
Oh, county line, okay.
where the bank was.
Right. Oh, I see, okay.
We're
I like that end of the
proposing
building, looks nice.
a light colored, smooth stucco finish over top of that.
I'm
And-
sorry, where's that stucco finish going to go?
Let me show you on the large version, because it might be easier to see.
Yeah,
We're designing a portico here
right.
at the county line side, which incorporates 2 tenant entrances inside of that archway. So that will be a light-colored stucco that will match what we're doing up here as well at the main pediment.
Tom, what are the windows? Are they wood, sash, the existing windows?
The existing windows are, and they'll be repainted.
Okay.
In fact, I think they've already been repainted.
So your curtain wall, what is it going to be?
That will be a
Color?
white aluminum frame to match the existing window
Gotcha.
frame color.
All right.
Correct. If I could show you how the diagram over to this side of the drawing, which illustrates the typical awning, which extends out approximately 2 feet, and how the light fixture will illuminate that awning. The awnings themselves, when the time is right, I will ask Patricia to explain a little more about the awnings, this umbrella fabric that we selected, and the signage that appears on the awnings. And certainly, I can answer any questions about the facade.
Okay.
If I may, an important point of the new entrance will be that it is ADA accessible. The current entrance is not ADA accessible.
Oh, good.
Yes, we have the proper clearances, and we have a ramp that meets the requirements of ADA. Also, I may not have mentioned that we intend to keep, the building numbers 1084 will be located in the same location,
Okay.
which would be on East Lancaster Avenue facade, the major facade.
Okay.
Is it required that they also appear on county line? We may decide to,
Probably not a bad idea, or is it required, Bill?
so there is opportunities to place them also
Yeah.
on county line.
Okay. Looks nice.
It's nice. I think it looks great. I think
Yeah.
it's a really nice improvement. I like the curtain wall. It really accents the
Oh, yeah.
entrance. Do you know when the building was built?
Approximately 1971.
You know, I was kind of sitting here, and I'll tell you a little bit of history about that building. If you look at this photograph here, if you notice the wall's a little different color,
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say probably 30 years ago, one night I was driving by, some guys headed towards Route 30, couldn't navigate the curb, creamed that wall,
That
just straddled that thing and busted it apart. to
No, that wall
smithereens.
has been hit at least 5 times.
Really?
since-
Oh, that wall, yeah.
My office has been in Bryn Mawr, I go by
Oh,
there
you
every
know
day.
it then, yeah.
That's why they have that wall there.
Man,
I wouldn't have been the first, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
they're out there repairing that poor wall. I mean, I love the wall, but it's
Yeah.
a tough sell.
that'll mess your car up.
Oh,
Do you
it's
remember
been
when the Marinade Diner was across the
Yeah,
street?
I mean, it
Where
used-
McDonald's is, it used to be, do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
The Marinade
yeah,
Diner?
Definitely. Mhm. Showing our age.
I know.
Yeah.
Forget you heard that.
Right. Okay.
Now, our sign company, McCarty and Sons, Kevin Radabaugh, would have been here himself, but unfortunately, he has a sick child tonight, so
No
he could
problem.
not come.
That's okay, you're representing it well.
Okay, if you will see on Mr. Hall's elevation, you will see the locations on Lancaster Avenue for 2 of the awnings. You will also see on the elevation the location for the other 2 awnings along County Line Road.
So you're going to have basically offices and retail both in this building then?
Correct.
Okay.
The Lancaster Avenue awnings are going to be green, sombrello, forest green. We have a sample in your package. If you don't have it, I have it.
I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have it, Jim? There you go, everybody's got it.
Again, the preferred material of the Radnor Township Design Review Board, not shiny matte finish.
We don't like shiny things.
There will be 2 for Subway on Lancaster Avenue, with only 1 Subway logo each, 8 inches high.
So 1 Subway instead of what it has here.
1 Subway logo on each awning.
Oh, okay, because these have 2.
Correct.
Oh, is that around the corner?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize.
So-
I got you, okay.
The wider window.
Right. If you'll
Okay.
see, we labeled your exhibits Lancaster
Yep.
Avenue awnings.
Yep.
Okay.
On the Subway County Line awning, we're going to have 2 Subway logos on that side, 8 inches high. Finally, the final awning on the County Line roadside, Papa John's Pizza, with their lettering as per your exhibit, 8 inches high, with the Papa John's logo to the side.
I don't think we have a problem with the logos, do we?
Don't have a problem, no.
Yeah, the logos are allowed.
Logos.
No.
8 inches in height, is that what you
8 inches in
Yeah,
height,
that's
Yes.
fine.
Mhm.
only on the edge of the awning.
Right.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
I think it all looks good.
That's
That's
easy
fine.
enough.
Right.
Yeah. The existing pole sign, will that come back at some point?
The existing pole sign is still there.
Okay. You'll bring
There would
that in
have,
when-
yeah, there would have to be approval from the tenant, and then we'd come back to you.
Okay, you'll
Okay.
come back to us, okay. And as long as we're talking about landscaping with the last couple applicants, is there any landscaping plan for the building or changes?
No, we had written to the township explaining this situation. If you give me a second here. We explained that we didn't include a landscape plan as the existing landscape that surrounds the site and building is not going to be changed or affected at all by the facade renovations.
Okay.
All right. And how about the trash situation, the dumpster?
There is a dumpster in place on the location in the rear of the property.
Okay, we would ask, I think you can see it sneaking through here. I guess we would ask that it be just fenced in. Try to camouflage it the best you can.
Well, the dumpster sits directly on the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that that's going to improve the look of the property. Also, I think it would be impossible for the commercial trash removal truck to lift up the dumpster.
Actually, it's done all the time in the township. We require that a lot. It's in the northeast corner at the bottom. Sometimes
Yeah.
we've asked people just to put fencing on one side, and then the trucks get in very easily. Other times, we've had them put gates on it.
I've been looking at this. I'm not thinking that this fencing looks a lot better than a dumpster in many cases.
The problem is the gates get beat up.
Beat up. And in this case, it's set pretty far back. I mean, it's not visible really, it's not visible from Lancaster, which is usually the big concern. County line, you have to be going around the corner. You should be watching where you're going around that corner, but I don't,
Sir, I'm not sure where you see the dumpster peeking through. It's in the very rear.
this bottom right corner, see this little,
Oh, okay. Yes, that's in the very rear of the corner. You can only see that in this photo. You can only see that in this photo from the elevation this photo was taken from.
Yeah.
You cannot see that as you drive
Yeah,
by.
I don't have a strong feel, I mean, you know, Brother Spano, you know, when the dumpster's right
Yeah.
up at the road, or Christopher's, or all those people.
yeah, I don't have a
I
strong
knew
feeling.
where this dumpster was, because I know the building, and I used to go to that bank. Most people probably don't.
Now, Bob's concerned because there's food, now there's food service out of there, but,
Oh, food service,
but
yeah.
still, anything that comes to that, but how is that, because
There
you
is-
think you'll have more trash? I mean, customers aren't going to walk back there and throw their trash out. It's really going to be just the restaurants.
There is bi-monthly pest control already in place. This owner does not tolerate any rodents or any trash or anything that's an eyesight.
And
which is
gates
why
aren't
we-
going to keep that out anyway.
Right,
This
which is
more
why we
visual.
come before the panel to try and get this situation improved. As you can see, the plywood in the front of the
Well, can we
building.
ask you to
Yeah.
at least investigate it and look at that?
Absolutely.
Okay. And if there's a way you can
Anything to
screen
improve
it
the
properly
property.
and,
Yeah,
you know,
that's fine.
neatly, let's go for it.
Yeah, quick question. I wish I'd paid a little closer attention, but where the plywood is on the county line elevation, I know they're going to be awnings and you're redoing this entrance, but what happens here? Was that a bank walk up the window? What was that?
There was an ATM there.
Maybe that's an ATM.
it's
So what
going-
happens there now?
It's going to be repaired and filled in
Brick
with
filled in?
matching brick material.
To the right of the door, there's,
It will match, oh, in the brick facade?
yes.
That's going to be toothed in with matching brick.
Okay.
So it will just appear like a wall.
Oh, okay.
We're not putting any plaques or anything there.
Mm-hmm. Great. And to the right, what's that box on the
Will be
right?
a
Is
Subway
that-
vending machine.
What'd you say?
Subway.
A sub vending, that's coming.
I think that was the bank
Night deposit.
drop-off
Yeah.
deposit.
So I guess you'll fill that in
Correct.
also.
As well,
Great.
yes.
Okay.
I think it's
So I guess we'll
quite
no
an
longer have a
enhancement.
bank in that location.
There's many, many more banks up and down.
Right, right,
Subway is more important than Papa John's, come on.
yeah.
I think it looks good.
Yeah, it
I
does.
think
It
it's a
looks
nice
nice.
improvement
Good
to the
job.
property, and
Thank you.
You, sir, said your office is right near there. You'll be able to get lunch from either Subway or Papa
Not
John's.
me.
um,
Okay.
Okay,
Good.
any other
Very good.
comments, questions? Jim, Cindy?
no,
No? Cindy, want to wrap it up with a motion?
I don't think we made any. Okay, in the matter of DRB 2012-23, Rosemont Associates, I move that we accept the changes that proposed to the facade on both the Lancaster Avenue and the County Line Road elevations, and also that we accept the awnings as proposed.
Okay, we're
Thank
second.
you.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Great, thank you all.
very much.
Thanks.
Thank you again for
Thanks
your
very
time
much.
and safeguarding our community.
Okay, is there any more business for our board tonight?
Nope.
That's it, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Great, thanks.